Okay, so I'm Dr.Deepak and I head AMRIT Cancer Research Trust. Today we will be talking about anti-aging. This anti-aging, everybody do not have this in their head that they do not want to age. There is a very secret science of anti-aging, and this has been kept hidden, not in a way hidden, but the science is the way we look at the science, the things have been so complicated that the real science which is there, the mechanism which is there inside our own system, we are not able to comprehend. We are not able to understand that system, and we rely on a system which are meant for delusion. The system itself is a delusion. The construction of the system is built in such a way that you will keep on getting deluded. See, if you die, if you are diseased, if you are sick, if you die, there are people who will make money. But if you will live, you will make money. It's very simple. If you understand the principle of money, then so all the principle that is designed is to make you sick. The delusion that I am talking about, it is to make you sick and make you age faster so that you die faster. And if you die faster, then you will consume faster. See, it's a simple principle. When you know that you have to live only for 1 month, you will start consuming as much as possible. You will start buying and wearing as many clothes as possible. You will start going and visiting to. You will spend as much possible. So if your aging process is reduced, you will consume more. That is the delusion. And see, the deluder that I am talking about, these deluders, they are not concerned about you, they are concerned about themselves. So they will do whatever it will take you, it will take to deteriorate you or to make you consume faster, in simple way. And when you start consuming too much, your body becomes dependent on a number of external factors, and these external factors binds your system in such a way that your system becomes less comprehensive to the real or the natural processes. It becomes a machine of constructing and breaking. Wear and tear mechanism happens too rapidly, and because of which you start to age faster. Now I will present to you how there is a mechanism inside our own system. If we decode that system and if we start practicing those 6 systems, that will keep you younger and you will live more than 100 years for sure. Next. Here. See, this is beautifully understood by a modern medical fraternity, but they will understand these materials as just a matter which are producing a certain function. But they are fluids or matter, as you would call them, but they perform a number of different functions which are not decoded till now by the modern medical fraternity. How they can be decoded? They can only be decoded by all enlightened beings. They can see the real functioning and how the functioning happens. So if you get enlightened, you would be able to see. If you do not get enlightened, then you have to just understand the science that I am presenting. Okay. So once you understand the science will help you to uh, to keep you live longer. Okay, to make you live longer. Now here, see, this is cerebrum, the external part of your brain. This is your middle part of your brain. Now this is called as cortex, and this is called as medullary region. Now in the medulla, you have in the middle central part, what you have is thalamus, and there are many organs associated with the thalamus. These are two lateral ventricles. Now here there are two lateral ventricles, and lateral ventricles, this is the third ventricle, this is the fourth ventricle. Now what I want to show you is this choroid plexus. There is a choroid plexus above this hypothalamus, and in aligned in the lateral ventricles. Okay. Now here, even in the fourth ventricular region, you will find choroid plexus. Now there, in the other regions also you have choroid plexus present. Now what do these choroid plexus do basically? The major function of this choroid plexus, as it is understood by the modern medical fraternity, is it produces cerebrospinal fluid. Now cerebrospinal, as you want to call, cerebrospinal fluid. Now what is this cerebrospinal fluid? Now I was doing lots of research, and I came to the conclusion that this is that anti-aging factor that is produced inside our head. It is called AMRIT. In Veda, it is called as AMRIT. Now here, what happens is there is a process that once you get enlightened, you will see that process. There is a process that is continuously running in your system. Understand your whole spinal cord. Your spinal cord. This is the lower portion of the spinal cord. Okay, near the spinal cord, and this being the hood, the brain, the cerebellum. Sorry, the cerebrum. Now in the cerebrum, what happens is like this. Your spinal cord becomes an epicenter, like a fountain. See, you understand this as a fountain. Okay. Now this, what is happening is like choroid plexus continuously generating a certain amount of fluid in the form of fountain. Now this fluid, the cerebrospinal fluid, is what is called as amrita. Now how does it helps in the process of it? See, understand what the amrut means. See, just remember the term amrut. Why it is called as amrut? In Veda, it is called as amrut. In modern medical fraternity, it is called as cerebrospinal fluid. Now here, amrut meaning something that given to anyone, any portion of your body, it gains a life property. Okay, it lives longer. Okay, it does not die. Amrut. Amrut meaning not die. Okay, it does not die. Okay, it does not die. So what happens is, as your brain starts to produce more and more for cerebrospinal fluid, this cerebrospinal fluid reaches to the n number of portion of next slide. See here, this is more clearer here. The hypothalamus region, that is the cerebrum, and in the hypothalamus region, here it is clearly shown for plexus. This is interstitial fluid in the thalamus region. So this is talking. See, the entire thalamus and hypothalamus, the entire region consists of this external layer of choroid plexus or choroid plexus tissues. These tissues secrete that cerebrospinal fluid. Next. Now here again, this is clearly shown. See the importance. Why I am stressing on the term hypothalamus. This hypothalamus is very important aspect in enlightened beings. Once you get enlightened, you will come to know that this middle part of your hypothalamus is the major cause of you seeing everything. And once your third eye is open, you start to see a number of things which are called as the parallel universe. You start to see the parallel. So now this parallel universe, you start to see the parallel universe only when those choroid plexus generates too much amount of cerebrospinal fluid, and when that cerebrospinal fluid is completely spread inside your head region. Okay, next. Now here, what happens is like once the choroid plexus starts to generate too much amount of cerebrospinal, they call it cerebrospinal. The same fluid turns into a different components and gets transmitted via your nervous system to the rest of your part of your body. See, we have the understanding of circulatory system. Now in Veda, these are called nadis. Understand nadis. Nadi, simply nadi means a channel through which things flow. A channel through which things flow. Now here, in the modern medical fraternity, when we do the transverse section, we'll find out that there are neurotransmitters that gets transmitted from one part of the nerves to the other ending of the nerves. Now, that is what I wanted to present again and again. Here, see, in the head, you will produce cerebrospinal fluid. The same cerebrospinal fluid gets binded with the other material and it will form n number of different neurotransmitters. Those neurotransmitters, and there are several other organs which does that functions of extradation and extra. See, there are a number of functions that keeps on happening. The base material remains almost the same. Say for example, your carbohydrate, the basic material is pyruvic acid and then glucose, and then you have triglyceride, then you have maltose, sucrose and fructose, then you have bigger form called as saccharides and cellulose, starch and all. So what I'm trying to tell you is, even in case of protein, the same thing is happening. Protein and then peptides, and then you have amino acids, and then uric acid or ammonia in the basic form. So what I'm trying to tell you is the basic form is cerebrospinal fluid. The cerebrospinal fluid is almost a basic form which contains that fluid which gets converted into, which goes to the number of other nerve cells, and there other neurotransmitter gets generated through the addition of a number of other factors. So say what is traveling inside the nervous system is nothing but the same cerebrospinal fluid. Now this cerebrospinal fluid, when it reaches the nerve endings and it innervates to the cells and tissues of our body. See, it performs a certain action, and that action is exaggerating, it produces ecstasy in a way, exhilarating, as you would call them. It will give you more agility rather. So that agility, the term, the agility that is produced, that agility is what is called as anti-aging factor. Your cells starts to glow day by day. Next. Now here again the same thing, your brain producing, and then via neurons it gets transmitted to the nerve endings. This is synapse, from one nerve ending to the other receptor. The neurotransmitters getting transmitted from. See the glow of the neurotransmitters. They glow. See, they are like a light bulb. Okay, if you reflect a light, even without a reflection of a light, you will see there is a prakash element. There is a light element in it, which is present in almost all neurotransmitters. I am using the term neurotransmitter. That is a vague term. I should just call Amrit flowing all over. Because see, as per the modern medical fraternity and the understanding, it is very limited. The flow, which neurotransmitter flows where, which neurons and which see, I have done all my researches and I know the limitations of the scientific world. Very limited. Their understanding is almost negligible. You would consider if we consider the whole science to be 100%, then their understanding is less than 1%, guaranteed. Okay, so our body's understanding is less than 1% in the entire modern medical fraternity. And I challenge all the scientists to come and visit me. I will present to you the science that you know is almost less than 1%. And what I am doing is I am struggling because of the delusion of the science that is present to explain the real science that is there. Next. Now here again the spread that I was talking about, the nerves and getting connected to the tendons and tendons to the muscle to the fats to the skin and rest of the other tissues. So what I am trying to tell you is like this amrita which is produced inside your head. Let me make it more simpler and more truth form, more real form of it. What is happening? What happens is there is an amrit production inside your head. Okay, that amrit, when the amount increases inside your head, it starts to get distributed in the rest of your body. As your body gets replenished with amrit again and again and again, your body starts to glow, and you do not age fast. See, understand what happens, why you age. See, as you grow older, your thought current becomes compiled with a number of, in Veda it is called as dushti. Your thought current is filled with lots of dushti. What is this dushti is you have lots of binding factor. Aisa nahi hota hai, waisa nahi hota, this is, they are right, this is wrong, this is, we getting it, all the delusional element. When a child is born, he is carrying none. So his skin is glowing. When the same child grows to an old person and he is about to die, his skin becomes completely wrinkled and so, see why the simple reason, child born with no delusion element, zero delusion element. When the old person who is about to die, 100% of delusion element. See, 100% delusion. What is the delusion? The dusti that I am talking about. This utter confusion of what is right, what is wrong. This should be done, that should be done. This is society, this is nation, and this is pride. This is, you getting the point. All this put together becomes a delusion, and this delusion carried it causes a utter confusion thought current inside your head. That utter confusion thought current running inside your head becomes the main culprit for you to age and you to die. Okay, next. Let me come up with a solution. See, these gods and goddesses and all these enlightened beings, they have been giving you the solutions since ages, but nobody understands what they really mean. What ecstasy. They are every time calling it ecstasy. See, and we people have made it illegal, ecstasy. See, understand, ecstasy means when Amrit is produced inside your head, when that cerebrospinal fluid gets produced inside your head, or see, even there are two more organs which your pituitary gland produces certain hormones which are beneficial to keep you in shape and younger, and then you have DMT which is produced by your pineal gland. See, both these glands are very important secretory glands which produces those chemicals which gives you ecstasy. See, any chemical that is produced, neurotransmitters, how should I call it? See, collectively it is called as Amrita in Veda. So, Amrita production inside your head is the reason for ecstasy. Ecstasy means feeling ecstatically happy, feeling amazingly happy. Just okay. So that state of amazing feeling of amazed ecstasy, and you feel it is not. It is experienceable. It is not describable. So people you got to experience it. So ecstasy means all those. I'm not prescribing any, but see, Shiva prescribes you bhang and ganja that he drinks. Sorry, he smokes, and bhang that he drinks as his prasad. So he's prescribing you that this type of ecstasy, and there are other ecstasy also. Next, see this is bada karo isko. This is the second type. Softly, I am presenting it slightly. See. The second part, it is again least understood that when you are physically active and when you are performing sex, what happens is there is a huge amount of this AMRIT that is produced inside your head. Now this understanding is least understood by deluded people or unenlightened being, sophisticated scientific world. So what I'm trying to tell you is, like, when you are in the physical act of love, what happens is, see, the continuity is more important. Now vigor, in Veda we have got Vajikaran. See, Vajikaran upaya or Vajikaran treatment is mostly lined up for you to increase the time duration for. See, females does not have a problem. If you can perform, you can perform for 1 hour, they will be more than happy. They will go to the next world. See, if you are able to continuously make out or perform for more than half an hour, that female would be totally high. She will go completely high. And if you are able to, you will also go high. What is the element that makes you high? The same AMRIT that I am talking about, the dimethyltryptamine that is produced inside your head, and then there are other neurotransmitters associated, serotonin and all. And see, let's put one word for it, AMRIT. It is called collectively. So that AMRIT gets produced inside your head, and that AMRIT gives you that highest amount of ecstasy. You will go to the altar as if you have taken, I don't know, 10 bottles of alcohol or smoke 10 joints of weed. You will go that high.